Hello, John Dilworth here. Friday again. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're animating. Well, let's see. Where are we now? We're 15A. And the storyboard is Jim is looking at Jane's request or idea for this little thing, whatever that symbol is. I guess a greater commitment. Greater commitment. And Jim is, he's not altogether there. He's not fully formed emotionally, psychologically. There's all these conflicts, right? So he's not quite sure. So that's that panel. And then the last panel would be this, where Jane, she scrambles the idea, okay? So that's what we're doing. And that's all very exciting. So what we're going to do, what I'm going to do, what we're going to do is we're going to go backwards. We're going to reuse. I dropped something. Don't worry, don't panic. Everything is fine. So what I'm doing right now, oh, that's, what scene is that? Is a scene missing? Oh, here it is. I got it. Now we're getting all sexy. So here's the, remember this? This is the background of scene 13. And we're going to use that along with some other stuff. Well, there's Jane. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this as a guide, because I've already done this scene, and the scene we're doing now will be very similar. We'll just use this stuff here. We're going to use this stuff as our guide, like I said before. This is what's so exciting. Now I can't see anything, and if I can't see it, you're not going to see it. So let's take our red pencil. Maybe you need to see that. Well, this is going to be easy. So we're going to look at this storyboard and see this is what we need to do to compose Jane holding Jim, and he's doing this and all that stuff. So I need to get other things. So let's do this. There's Jim, and I'm not going to need this underneath, so we can get more light, more visible light. Visible light. Visible light is the sun as well, in case anybody forgot that. All right, so here's Jim. Let's just rough stuff out here. Let's just rough it out. It's all going to be based on this. I always like looking at my storyboard to see what's what. Now the balloon is up here. I know that. But I'm not going to bother with it. So maybe his head is tilted this way. So we're just going to rough this out to see how this feels. He's like this. He's put his big nose in. And his hand is going to be here, so I'm not going to worry about that. I'm just going to put things together in a very loose way. And that's the side of his head. This is this, right? We want to keep that arm away from, here's his neck. We always have to put it in neck. And he's leaning on her, so here's that, right? And this arm, shoulder, this is this thing. Where's his bed? He's still holding, so there's continuity. He's holding her head delicately as lovers would, gentle-like, because he is ultimately between you and I, but not everybody knows this yet. He's madly in love with her, and this is what happens, I think, with complex feelings. We don't really know what's going on, because we have to experience them. And so he's there, and he's going to be he's not sure, right? So I'm going to hold off his eyes, but his expression, it's all in the expression, right? Immediate expression. What's going on? What's going on? So let's say that's that. And Jim's model, we're going to see this. You see the little hair, maybe his head's a little bit like this, but that's okay, because we have this filthy thing to help us along. It really is very difficult to see things. I'm not sure we could see, but it's Friday, so what does it matter? We're headed to the bar, really. Okay, so we have two, right? We just want to keep this kid on model, and the hair comes down like this. He's pretty close. And so this hair always covers his eyes. You know, oh no, I don't want to do that. I want to have his hair cover his eyes because I want him to blink, right? So all these thoughts are going on. So the hair is good there, and let's see. And maybe this hair is up like this because for some reason this gives us a sense of confusion. And he has three hairs. Let's see, 1, 2, 3. And he's got 1, 2, 3. Yeah, and then this thing. So I think we're on model there. And maybe it's like this, but we don't know. Right? So he's up like this. Now Janie. Let's put Jane in blue. And you see this little, you see this here, this little loveliness here. She's in this position. And so we're just going to get her. So we don't need Jim now because Jim is not, whoops, but we took away Jane. And then we go into the acting. Once we get this stuff, we can go into the acting. So Jane, she's not, I don't want her to put, I think I'd rather have her hands here now. Because I tell you why. Here's his shoulder. Maybe her arm is over Jim's. And I tell you why, because this arm has to go and knock this balloon out. So we want to give her some ability to, and then here's her lovely bosom. That's a thing, right? And she's underneath him, and here's her shirt. Can you see that? And so this hand will be over this, his shoulder, like that, something like that. And here's her thing, and her head's resting here, like this. So I move it a little bit, and let me just get a sense of, I want to make sure this elbow is not in the way of her beauty. And she's smiling. Now Jane is not a dum-dum. You know, how long has, see the backstory, you know your characters, right? Or you discover it as you're going along. She knows. He's a little wussy. He's not all there, but he has so many other good qualities. And the story will reveal those qualities. So she's there looking at him. She's trying to, you know, it's like Jim is a pet. And incrementally, well, not, it's a terrible thing to say, but you know the way we have to slowly nurture a thing, like a plant, you know, to grow a certain way, or you want your favorite pet to be able to bring you, to get you somewhere, or a small child. You're developing a small child to take on the world with confidence, right? And a sense of who you are. And that's also part of this process of animation, because when do we get the time to really think about what we're doing unless we're conscious of it? Oh, and I just lost my storyboard sheet, but that's okay because I can put it back here. There's no reason to panic. And so that's that. Look at that. So I have my working sketch, and this is going to be fine for me. So let me take Jane away and we'll see what this looks like. And, oops, where's my field guide? The one that our friend objects to. But we have everything. And this light, of course, think about the art, you know, the art. This will give us a nice vibe. Huh? Okay, let me just do one thing here. I want to just see where our thought balloon is, our bubble. Because I'll have to redraw that. That has a little thing in it. Let me see. I have to get it. I have to find it. Don't panic. I'm not abandoning you. I'm not abandoning you. Well, hello there. No, Billy Bob, it's not the time. Why, it's Friday. Woohoo! It's Friday. Billy Bob? Yes. Come on now. Oh. Well, that was an unexpected distraction in our effort to find the material we need, which is happening. I almost there. I almost there. Hold on, there it is. So, here is our balloon. Now we can put in Jim's eyes. See there? Ah! Well, anyway, the thing is, I'm going to move it. I'll have to redraw it anyway. I'll have to redraw it. But since it's here, he's like, oy, oy. Right? And that gives us everything we need. He is not quite sure of this request. Not again, he's thinking, right? Not again, I'm not ready. And what is this, not ready? When are we ever ready, right? It always comes down to that. When are we always ready? When are we never ready? When is it not a good time? When is it always a good time? Go forward, God damn it. Go forward into this brave world. And it's only brave because we make it brave. Right? That's what we learn in writing. We create everything. We, the individual. You can call yourself a character in your own narrative. And what will that narrative be? Adventure? Horror? Science fiction? Either way, it doesn't matter because you got to do what you have to do. You're going to make the world your world. Okay, so I may just have to just fake it. I have the model here, so it doesn't matter. So let's say we have the balloon here. And when we see it again, we won't notice that it's smaller, that it's changed. And we can do that because we have power. We can control the world. Well, the animated world, at least. It looks like a fish, doesn't it? Okay, so we know the ring's going to be in here. And that's that. And, okay, so that's that. Everything's a mess. Don't worry, I can put it back together. That's why we have scene numbers. What scene is this? 15? So we go scene 15, and this is just a layout. So we'll just call that a layout. So Jim's expressions, that's what's so important here. He's got to do something, right? He's got to look at her. Oh, and then, and he's got to be tight. His emotions are going to be tight. And so what is he doing? I wish you could see my, oi. Maybe his hand come down here, right? He's not sure. Oh, what is he asking me? And wait a minute. No, that's going to cover his mouth. Not, yeah, because he's going to grin. Let's have him grin, like his stupid grin. And he's biting his lips. Oh, he's not sure. Please, please, really, you're going to do this to us? Everything was so perfect. Everything was working, wasn't it? Why do we have to do this? It's scary. It's scary. Do something like this. Huh? And it's all right to make sounds. You have to make sounds. How are you going to connect to this? To your drawings, that you're trying to get across. And the more I draw this, Jim, the easier it is for me to find a new Jim from my models. What I mean by that is, I think I have already too many hairs. Well, see, here it is. Okay, so we have that one. Then we have 1, 2, 3, 1. So this is already out. We don't need that. And then his eyebrows are big and thick, which I like. Right? Because we can see he's big, thick. He's got a skinnier face. I don't know why I keep wanting to draw him with a fatter face. So his hands, right? So we got to do this. See how messy it is? It's like, I don't know. It's fun to get all messy. Let me see. And then she's going to pop it, but I think, what can he do? I think, right, maybe his hand goes back here instead, right? And that's kind of fun, right? We just do that. So we're searching until it feels good. Just got to work at it. I'm not going to say the philosophical thoughts that I have in my head right now. because Socrates is not here. Thank God Socrates is not here. So his hand goes that way, and let's say his hair gets pushed back a little bit. And then we could see right through to his arm. And this, I want to keep his hair. Oh, yeah, right? Yeah, and then you could do that. And and what's so great about this is that I want to keep it tight, because that's the way you can move him a little, and she's going to move with him, the shoulders and body, and she'll move with him, so it's a little bit more activity. And just get that, because he's biting his mouth. And I'll clean this up. We'll clean it up, make it work. So this is interfering, so that's not good. I don't like that, so we'll have to, you see, maybe he should pull back. Maybe he should pull back. So what we do, haha, did you see that? It's only paper. So we could actually, see that? Did you see that? So let's say we pull him back a little bit, and then we can always touch him up. I know. Dilworth, you can do that on the computer. No! Yeah, see, even that's better. He pulls back a little bit. It's all so subtle. And blinking. Blinking saves a lot. So, anyway, where are we? 16? That's too long! It's Friday. I want everyone to have a very creative weekend. It's a holiday weekend. And that means we go for bike rides, we walk underneath the shades of trees. Everything is blooming green up here in New York City, and the sky is blue. There are no chemtrails, and the moon is waxing now. If you were lucky to see the moon, that's very inspirational. That's all good for our what we're doing. We're being creative. And now a final word from the Bluebird of Happiness. Yes, Bluebird of Happiness. That's very well put. Stay animated.